and depreciation, we have used that number before, which was 65. So the same number. So this number minus this number plus this number will give you how much Facebook invested in fixed assets, property, plant, equipment, and this is how much? 130. 130. Okay, so this is an investment. So we'll put a negative sign in front of it, you know. So this is cash coming in, and this is cash going out. Okay, investments, new investments.
Wait, the 547 is cash coming in?
547 is cash coming in. Minus 130 is cash going out on account of new investments in property, plant, equipment, factories, computers, etc., etc. Okay, next is, you know, you also need more current assets. Okay, current assets are cash. You need, if you are growing, you know, you need more cash to pay your bills with. You may need more inventory, you know, some hardware, you know, that's what Facebook does. Facebook could be, I don't know why, but Facebook or some other, this firm could be selling on credit, so you may need more receivables, you know. So now this is change in net working capital. So I would encourage you to build a small table like this, 2002, 2003, because you will need to make some calculations. So your current assets minus current liabilities gives you net working capital. Current liabilities, and this gives you net working capital. Net working capital. Okay, so build a small table like this so that you can calculate net working capital. Yes.
Is the 130 the net capital spending?
Yes, yes. 130 is your net capital spending. Okay, so we need to find current assets, current liabilities for the 2 years. So let's go back to the balance sheet. So I'm just going to copy the information from here. 1112, 1112, and 2003 is 1403, is it? 1403. Okay, and current liability is 428. Should be 428, and 389. So now subtract this minus this number and this minus this number. So this will give you net working capital for 2002, and this will give you net working capital for 2003. And then you'll be able to answer the question. So can you tell me what the differences are here? Is it 10,684 here?
Yes.
And 10,14 here? Okay. So here is something you want to understand. Last year the firm had 684, okay, of net working capital. This is how much money was coming from long-term lenders and shareholders. This is how much money the firm needed to finance its inventories, its receivables, its cash. This year, unfortunately, the demand has gone up. The need has gone up from this number to this number. So what it says is the difference is an additional investment our firm had to make in inventories, cash, and receivables. Okay, so let me go back to where we were doing all the calculations. So this is change in net working capital will be, this is ending is 1014 minus 684, and this will be, so this number minus this number is, how much is this, 65, is it? No,
330.
330. Okay, 330. 330.
And is that plus or minus?
Oh, this will be minus, so, we are, if you like, you can put a negative sign here, because these are, okay, these are cash outflows, cash going out. But what we'll do is, use the previous one to answer this question. Okay, so now I can plug these values here if you will. So this is, on this side I'll do it. So this is 547, this amount is 547, minus net working capital was how much? 130, okay, minus this amount is 330. So this is how much free cash flow the firm produced. Free means, hey, our firm has taken care of all investment needs, everyone has been paid. This is something which is available for distribution to our lenders and our owners, shareholders. This is what and this is how much? 87, is it?
Yes.
87. So this is free cash flow or cash flow from assets of $87. Okay? So the firm did a good job, I would say, produced some positive cash flow from business, but it had to make investments to survive, to compete in fixed assets. Also, it had to make investments in inventory. So these are two types of investments. These are investments in fixed assets. These are investments in cash and inventory and receivables. Okay, so two types of investment. All firms have to do it. So this takes care of the left-hand side. So I can even go to the first, slide. So now this is an identity. So I can say, okay, I know how much free cash flow the firm produced, $87. So make sure this is the starting point. Okay, so this is the starting point, and then on slide 2 and 3, I expand, the left-hand side and the right-hand side. So the firm produced $87 of free cash flow. So now our question will be, how is it distributed? How is it divided between lenders and shareholders? So some of it will go to lenders, free cash flow distributed to creditors, lenders, same thing, and free cash flow distributed to stockholders, owners, shareholders, same thing. So 87 will be split two ways. Okay, some portion will go to lenders, the remainder will go to shareholders. So let's find out what portion goes to lenders. So I need to expand the right-hand side. How do we find out what portion, goes to lenders? So this last slide tells us, how this is divided. Okay. So what you need to find out is interest paid. So the way you distribute funds to your lenders, creditors, is by paying interest. Okay. So let's find out, what interest was paid. So you'll go to the income statement, interest paid is $70. Do you see $70 here? On the income statement, $70 after EBIT. So I'm gonna take this $70 and put $70 in this equation here on the right-hand side. Okay. So this is $70. Okay, minus net new borrowing. What does it mean, net new borrowing? Okay, we want to know, did our firm behave as follows, such that our firm paid interest on the one hand, and on the other hand, it went back to the same lenders and said, or different lenders and said, hey, by the way, we need to borrow some more money from you. So in other words, were they paying interest and simultaneously borrowing new funds from outside? So that's what it means. So if they were doing like this, then net lenders did not probably get as much as this number. Okay, $70. So how do you find net new borrowing? So you want to write it down.